Wait there, mates of Fire here today, and today we're playing Dungeons & Dragons, Return to Arcuus. Sorry for not being here last week, I was on vacay. And I didn't have access to internet.
Oh no!
Shit, even Kevin's here on time. Oh my god.
Kind of.
Oh shit, Kevin's here?
I figured you'd make it.
Damn.
I knew he would make it, but he is so very rarely on time.
Well, he's not. He's
Well,
15
he
minutes
isn't.
late.
He's about 15 minutes late.
Alright, well, fucking whatever.
But that is effectively on time for him.
Okay.
Still, how do I keep forgetting about all my shit?
Because you don't look at your stuff enough.
Forget Discord's
Yes.
a thing. I don't check it.
You're thinking of your background, not your character. You think about how your character is going to be playing throughout the game, you can kind of figure out how you're going to be acting.
Yeah.
Alright, boys. So we got the stream going?
Yeah, the stream is up and running. I'll be right
Alright.
back. I'm gonna grab myself something to drink.
Oh, hurry up. I'm getting music ready and then I'm going into the recap, so.
Well, if the stream is going, then howdy, folks.
Howdy folks, Silverfire here today. And today we're playing Minecraft.
Today, we'll be explaining the lore of ants.
The lore of Ants?
The
What?
musical.
Ants the musical? What?
Yes.
What is Ants the musical?
I don't
Have you
know.
ever
I
seen
just made
Ants?
it up.
No,
Okay,
think of
the
the
movie.
movie Ants. Think the movie Ants, and now it's a musical.
The movie, but it's ants. That's what that was going on in my mind, and I was making something up.
He's basically talking about cats, but musical.
Yeah, with ants instead.
Ants.
I was trying to just think of something
The actual movie Ants, where the wasp is the main bad guy.
The bug's
I
life.
think it was the wasp.
Yeah, I didn't
What
see
bug
the
was it?
movie.
That's it.
Yeah,
Why?
it's just got the other end.
Nighttime
to kill the
ambiance.
other
Why
end.
is this so hard to find?
What was the main villain? I never remember the main villains.
Hmm.
Alright, well, I guess we're going with this for now.
That's not Ants. Ants is the one where they shrink the kid. I think maybe. I don't know. There are too many of these movies.
That's Ant Bully. That's where the kid gets shrunken down.
Yeah. No, it's just the one where where one ant, Princess Ant, is stuck together in some place where the general ants trying to kill all the other ants because they refuse to work.
Mm-hmm. All right, boys. So we've got some creepy cave music going because I couldn't find one for nighttime off the top of my head. Whatever. Welcome back, everybody, and literally everybody. I'm so happy everyone's actually here because I'm really excited for you guys to finally get a chance to go explore what is my equivalent of the Underdark in this session.
I
Is
mean, we
everyone
kind
actually
of
here?
explored a partial one
Yes.
that you created back in Melchimo, but we didn't stay there long.
You explored some of the tunnels, but now we get to actually see like effectively an Underdark city, because the Undercity project in Meltrimo was like nothing. Now we've actually got like shit to check out in Noise. So we got lore coming up, boys. But before that, let's get into our recap. So last session, our wanted criminals killed a few guards, allowing allowing one of them to escape, alerting the town that there was a security risk, activating the dragon security in town, wherein which a dragon landed on the watermill and burnt it to the ground. Thankfully, T10 had already teleported away, and as for the rest of the party, they dove down into the basement, just barely avoiding certain death by fire. Only to find our good buddy, Mr. Ingrid, had disappeared. While the party was split up for a time, the guys in the basement traveled through the tunnels, found their way into the city's mine shaft, suffered some more falling damage, but managed to arrive on the surface to find T10, who had met up with some of the NPCs, before you guys regrouped a little abandoned building that our forest buddy, Xavier, that's his name. Why did I want to call him Vincent?
I don't know.
Our forest buddy, Xavier, who managed to save the NPCs from certain death and has set up a little safety nook. T10 opened up one of the books that he got from Sebastian, and out popped out a fairy. Fairy, would you like to introduce yourself to JD?
The shit. Fairy.
Yeah, hold on. I was muted for a second. God damn it, cut. I'm a very simple-looking fairy, as I look like I'm wearing some God, what are those straps called where it's holding your pants up over a button up?
Overall straps?
Yeah, some overall straps on some shorts. Some suspenders, thank you.
Yeah. I said it twice, but I forgot I was muted.
Suspenders, yeah.
I always called them overall straps because that's what they look like to me.
Yeah, but overall
Nope,
it's put
suspenders.
over your chest, so.
Did you lose?
Yeah, because they're overall.
If you have you ever seen Tokyo Ghoul?
I've
Yeah,
seen
a bit of
little bit.
Okay, I basically look like Jozu. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I look like Jozu with dragonfly wings.
Who is Jojo?
The
Kid
crazy
with
kid
all
with
of the
stitches in his chin.
stitches.
Yeah.
And
I
then
guess
I
I
do
better
have
to
Episode.
then I believe that I decided. Then I believe we were trying to disguise ourselves as potentially random ass citizens to get to Noes in order to get in, if I recall.
You're the one
Yes,
who basically picked up.
yes. The plan was to find your way into Noes. You guys already knew about the guards escorting people out, so our bard busted out his disguise kit and started dressing everybody up.
Yep.
I'm not
wanted
going to make. I'm not going to make
Except
you
for the
roll
fairy.
for the disguise kit because you guys have hours of time, so it's not like this has to get done perfectly right the first second.
Mhm.
Plus, unless anyone decides otherwise, we're all just trying to not look like ourselves is the only goal.
Okay, but I have one question. What the hell is that small thing right there?
Huh?
Small thing right there. What do you mean?
When did you get
Oh,
here?
no. No. We're getting to you, JD.
Oh, no,
You're not here.
I was about to say, when did you get here?
I'm not.
We are
Okay. Ooh.
we are
I'm gonna be
going
aware.
to do a little bit of we are going to cut from the current scene of everyone hanging out in the abandoned building, getting ready for the plan tonight, and we shall go to JD or to Mr. Ingrid. Sorry, Mr. Ingrid.
Hello.
Last thing you remember, you were running into the basement with the rest of the party, and you remember diving down into the hole, and then everything went black as you felt incredibly hot. You wake up a little bit sunburned as you're somewhat immediately woken up by this loud sound of revelry and cheering, iron mugs clanking together, and silverware scratching across plates. As you finally open your eyes, you're nearly blinded by the... Well, no, you wouldn't be blinded. It almost hurts your eyes to look at it, though. You look directly up to the dim lighting of a fairly large tavern.
What the hell? Oh, I get up, look around.
As you start to get your bearings and look around, you very quickly start to put together where you are, as you've been here once or twice in your life now. As you look, this tavern is filled with empty tables, silverware scratching across plates autonomously, and mugs floating around the room. At the opposite end of the tavern, there's a large bar with a barmaiden stand behind it. She is fairly plain, with long black hair covering her face, as she just stands there polishing a mug.
I walk over, sit down at the bar, and just order a simple drink of ale. Hello.
You're getting a little choppy there.
Yeah,
But,
sorry, I have terrible sound. There we go.
That is okay.
Yeah, so like I said, head over to the bar, sit down, order one ale.
Right. As you sit down, the barmaiden, she doesn't look at you, and you really can't make out any of her facial features other than this sort of, soft, gentle smile on her face, just hiding behind her long hair. She reaches under the counter and she places a bottle of ale on the bar in front of you and returns to her mug.
Any particular reason why I'm here today, or just catching up? Take a swig.
You take a drink from your little ale bottle, and as you ask the question, you feel this soft rumbling coming from your newly polished holy symbol, as you sort of get this feeling that you're being watched, but not in the sense of being like stalked or followed, but like you're protected, you're being guarded, like a guardian angel is watching over you.
Got a new little present for me, I see. Or is this the other guy's doing?
She doesn't react to you at all. But this was the holy symbol that Sebastian gave back to you.
Yeah. I'm guessing this is his work then. Another swig. Look, I don't want to be here too long. Can you just drop me off where the others are, or you're just gonna leave me here for a bit?
You do see her sort of reach down for a moment as she pulls out a scroll. And as you look at the scroll, you can't help but get mildly annoyed, because it's a scroll you've definitely seen before, and you in fact go and check your pockets real quick to realize she grabbed it from your pocket. But she does hand
Take
it
it
to
out
you.
from my hand. I take it out. You know, that annoyed grab thing.
And you, will you unravel and read it?
Yep.
It at first
check it.
appears to be a bounty poster. It has a little square where like a painting of a person would be. It has like a little section where value on their head or whatever. Except in the spot where there would be like a person's face, there's nothing but an empty silhouette. The task of the bounty says, find a way to kill a god. And the reward for such a thing is immortality.
I'm sorry, what?
And you remember this poster as the first time you ever came to the tavern, you were given this. And it is what drew you into meeting with T10.
Yes. Any smaller jobs you want me to do, or this one's a work in progress, Will.
She does not react.
Nothing at all.
She just continues to stand there polishing her mug, not even taking a glance at you.
I finish off the rest of my bottle, start walking out towards the door, if there is one.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. This place looks like a normal tavern outside of the fact the windows you can't see out of, and the door does have a window in it, but you can't see through it.
Yeah. Before I open it, I turn around to go towards her and just go, tell that Sebastian prick to go F himself.
You don't see her do it, but you get this feeling like she thought that was funny.
Walk my way out, slightly annoyed.
You open the door, and as you do, the rest of the party hears the door of their abandoned shed suddenly open up. Xavier and Blood Archer and Kevin all sort of like jump to their feet like, oh shit, someone found us. As Mr. Ingram
I
walks
just
in the
kind of like
door.
the idea that I'm busy like together to some people's disguises, and I look over my shoulder. I'm like, oh,
Hi. As I wave with the big smile and wide eyes.
hey, Alex, where have you been?
I turn around and try and open the door back up because I just see that small schmuck. Hello?
As you
that
turn
one more time.
around, yeah, go ahead and repeat yourself real quick. It's kind of cut out there.
I turn around and try to open the door again. I fully closed it behind me, see this, and try to open it again.
You open it up, and you see the outside of the city of Croage.
Close the damn door. We're kind of wanted right now.
Slide the door. Every time. Every bloody time.
How do you think I feel?
What's wrong with you?
Just nothing. Just nothing. I can't necessarily blame you because you are the cause of it and everything.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. 3 things. 1, what happened to Uda?
Uda's right here.
Who is Uda?
I mean,
Uda's
sorry,
not-
he's
What?
Uda's
Uda?
gone. We don't know where he went.
Okay. Secondly, why are you all playing dress up?
Well,
That's why I'm pointing and laughing.
long story short, some idiot, not naming names, Kevin, got us in a lot more hot water.
Well,
You attacked the
Yeah, I can
guard as a freaking bear! What
figure
did you
out
think was going to happen?
the restaurant.
I mean, think about it. Kind of
Okay,
the
shut
only
your,
one.
shut your mouths. Stop arguing. Shut your mouths. Stop arguing. And third, who is that small winged motherfucker right there?
That's Ahab.
He can introduce himself.
But you asked him the question as I point to fucking Alex.
Alex points to Alex.
You,
much like
you
Spider-Man.
asked me, you asked us, so... You didn't...
Stop. You did not know my name. I never said my name.
Yes, you have.
No
You
one
said...
asked my name.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, you
No,
have. I have proof.
No,
The only person that said his name was me when I asked him directly.
no one said my
And
name.
Cabela asked you literally 2 weeks ago, out of game, what your name was. And you said Ahab.
Well, if it happened out of game, then it
No,
didn't
he
happen.
said that in character. I asked him in character.
I don't remember that, but whatever.
I mean, it might have been right when we ended the session, but
It
Well,
was
I
close.
was kind of
Okay,
asking.
no,
him.
I was asking-
Oh.
okay, I was asking the whole party, alright?
Alright. Well, even if we didn't ask,
Okay, yeah.
might as well ask.
Who the hell is that?
No idea. He just popped out of a book. And no, I'm not joking.
You can't have
I'm
my
sorry,
book.
you explained-
You already bought it. As I point to T10.
Yes. We ran into. I purchased. Remember those people, the shopkeepers we visited. Sebastian, I think was the name. I purchased a book from him, and I suppose it at some point belonged to this fellow, and he emerged from it.
Sebastian, when I next see you, I'm going to strangle you to your corpse.
What do you mean?
Who's Sebastian? As my head cracks.
Don't worry about it. The less you know, the better.
I'm gonna ask, why do you want to strangle him?
The less you know, the better.
What? Okay. I wonder if I... DM. Quick question. Since I still have that summoning scroll and I haven't used it yet, can I technically use it as a way to communicate with this spirit that it's connected to?
What?
He wants to try to talk to the demon's soul.
Not a bad idea, all things considered.
you theorize that it's. Yep, give me an Arcana roll.
Alright.
We'll leave it to that.
That is what you want, right? That's what I interpreted.
20. Soft.
Effectively, he wants to talk to it without summoning it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I recall correctly, it requires me to sit down for 10 minutes and read a scroll out loud, effectively.
Yeah, it's a ritual summoning spell. Let me peer over your spell list real quick, just to share. Do some.
Don't mind your father. He's a Halalo, right? So he's never dies. That is what you call them here, right? Hollow?
Hollows, yes.
What?
I don't understand why you call something so basic hollow.
Uh, well, we call them that
Because they make
for
you
the
hollow.
irony of what they eventually can become.
Oh, right. You guys said that they become more insane. I don't know why that doesn't make sense.
No, think of
They
it
lose.
like this.
They
Let's
lose their soul.
let's say someone
What?
was erasing your memories. You have no idea who you are. You don't have any recollection of what anything's going on. And
Wait,
you're a
you
shell of
guys
your former
lose
self.
memory?
That's
I
it.
never lost memory when I died.
Well, you're a
So you
unique
died?
case in that scenario.
I've died plenty. As I smile at you with wide eyes. And I also
I take-
did point out
I take
my
3
teeth
steps
are
back.
showing, and they're kind of sharp. And
I take
degraded.
5 steps back. 6.
Yeah.
So with your 20 Arcana roll, you figure it is something that would be possible, but it's going to require 2 things. Number 1, it is going to require a spell that would basically allow you to speak to a creature on the other side, though you're not exactly sure what spell you'd be able to use, as you don't know it. And number 2, any type of spell like that is going to require the creature on the other side to accept said message. So if the demon on the other side of the summoning spell doesn't want to speak, then it won't speak.
Fair. I guess that.
In theory, it's possible.
So it's theoretical possibility. All right.
Yes, you just don't have the means to do it.
That could work. I'll have to look into that a little bit later. As I kind of think a little bit out loud. I don't say what I was thinking about, but I say it could work. Don't know how to go about it, but it could work.
So, unless we had any
Oh.
other further
Why are we trying-
questions,
Go into town?
Oh, well, we're trying to get into Neos or Naos? Sorry. It's been a rough day for me. I actually finally got around to drinking alcohol. Apparently, I'm a belligerent drunk when it comes to alcohol, so
What's alcohol?
okay, you know what water is?
Oh, so just another drink?
It's another drink, but when you drink it, you can get a little bit more dizzy and topsy.
That sounds
no way
fine.
in hell am I willing to believe your character doesn't know what alcohol is.
Makes him
I was raised by owls, your point?
I know where you were
air.
raised, motherfucker.
Yeah, but my character wouldn't know if he would know that he's. My character wouldn't know if he's messing with him. He's taking it at face value.
Well-
This guy.
Actually, no. I could see you not knowing the name for it, now that I think about it.
No,
You might not know it as alcohol.
you're with the right
Hey,
we'll get-
Lorelei!
I thought
on some beer at no time.
I'm sorry, what? You were saying something? Mr. Ferryman?
What?
You were saying something.
Was I?
You were. Then you just kind of stop.
I just asked if I never if what alcohol is. I wouldn't mind having. I didn't say anything
Lorelai,
else.
you mind giving him a small swig?
You got booze? Never heard of booze?
Game you're
Like
cutting out.
weird fairy things.
Yeah, we can't understand a word
Yeah.
you're saying, JD.
Look at that.
Oh, now we can.
Alright.
I've seen
So
some
you
people
ever
like
heard
you
of
before.
alcohol?
As I say to Lorelai,
Oh.
I've never seen any of them before. As I point to the humans.
I'm a dark half drow. I'm surprised you wouldn't be able to see me.
I said humans.
Fair.
Jesus.
Alright, let's get into town.
Well, yeah, let's get a move on. As I start
Well.
getting back to working on disguises for the rest of the party, getting measurements for Alex, the other Alex, not me, Alex, because I already probably got something for myself.
Yeah, just want to know which one you're talking about.
Ah, it burns. That's disgusting.
Well, that's really strong stuff, so there's weaker stuff.
I don't like the taste. As I'm just immediately throwing it back. I don't want it in my hands.
We'll get you on some of the proper stuff
With
later.
mage hand, I should note.
I mean, alcohol's not for everyone.
Then for the rest of the day, up until about nightfall, you guys get all of your disguises prepared and everything, and for the most part, they're well enough disguises that no one will recognize you guys as you.
Alright, as long as nobody does anything
One-
stupid, we should be fine.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and have everybody just roll a survival check. You guys have a pretty good idea of the route that they followed last time around, and you assume you can probably find the group again. Problem is, none of you know where the group meets. So you're going to have, someone in your group is going to have to talk your way into agreeing with these guards, or convincing the guards to take you with them.
I can
yo.
do that. Considering my past.
Also, ow. Oh wait, can I use guidance on myself to help me with? Can
Yes,
spirits help me
technically.
guide me?
Right?
You can. I'm not going to allow it this time because you did your roll first.
Right.
Next time, guidance, then roll.
Gotcha.
And right now, I mean, weirdly enough, Ahab's the one that found them first, so.
I was flying through the woods.
Or no, let me see. No, you guys, not most of you guys. Kibella's the only one that didn't know where it was going.
If anything, I would have given them the help action, technically. Just be told what to look for.
Yeah, because my
Like I said,
character's the
you
only one that
guys-
has an interaction. No wait.
You guys had a good idea of where it was. You just didn't know where they were at that moment. So you follow the trail. You guys find the group, and they haven't noticed you yet. So how are we going to approach? And who is going to be first to approach?
Okay, how do we want to play this?
I immediately start going forward. I don't care about what they're saying.
Oh god.
I guess
I
I'm
come
gonna
from
Just
chasing
one on
after
that.
him a little bit.
detect
Hush.
thoughts on them. On one of them.
Shut up.
Everyone
God,
started
alright.
talking after I said that.
I'm
Love
like,
it.
God damn it, I'm drunk.
I'm-
Fuck off.
All right. Okay.
I'm gonna go
Following him.
behind Ahab to help back him up and provide support.
I'll follow as
Alright.
well.
I'm gonna
Then-
have my whip out just in case.
Oh no.
Well,
Put that away.
be careful about being violent because you're trying to you're trying to sneak into a group of escapees here.
No, I'm not gonna have my whip out, but I'm gonna have my hand on my holster just in case things go south. Since Ahab is slightly different than what we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more questioning why no one's trying to stop me.
Yep, my character is trying to stop you.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
And
I'm half
then-
human,
I'm
half
just
tiefling.
wow,
This is
it's
just
like-
a Tuesday
Like,
for
what
me.
are you guys thinking?
All right,
Hey.
repeat yourself real quick, Kevin. What is it you're doing?
Using detect thoughts.
Using detect thoughts, and who are we trying to figure out the thoughts of?
One of the guys.
I'm gonna cast something to help Kevin to see if distracting them will actually help Kevin figure out what they're up to.
Distracting them would cause their thoughts to wander, so I wouldn't recommend that.
Oh,
'Cause
disregard what disregard what I did. Then I thought I was actually helping because if they're focused on that, then they're unaware of. Sorry, my
No,
bad.
it's
I'm
only good for
mistaking this
level
for
3.
Pathfinder, where you can use stuff like this to make them focus on that, and then it makes it less likely outside of the dice RNG to fail or they resist it. So, excuse me, my bad.
Well, the issue is detect thoughts is not one of those saving throw ones. If you read it, it is literally he reads their surface level thoughts. So if you cause a distraction,
So it would make
and the thought
it would make the saving throw easier. Just they would be the wrong thoughts he reads.
Yeah, instead of thinking about battle plans, they're like, "Hey, why are there fireworks?"
Or what the hell was that?
Yeah, the saving throw is in case I want to go deeper.
Yeah.
So, detect thoughts on the guard or on your party members.
The guard. I can
Alright.
just use my feet to just translate what they're thinking and just post it into my teammate's mind.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and do that as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
So,
isn't both
the
of those
guard-
concentration spells though?
He has a feat that allows him to be telepathic.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah. The feat also gives me access to the spell in the first place. I'm essentially like setting up a link with me as like the power cord.
So, reading the thought of the guard, the first thing you hear coming from his mind is basically he's trying to be quiet, sneak around. He's like, all right, anyone around this corner? No? All right, let's keep these guys going. Wait, what's that noise? What the fuck is that? As Ahab approaches the guard, who is currently holding a torch.
Yeah, I'm
Because
trying
no one
like to stop.
stated what you were
Ahab.
doing.
Stop!
Yeah, you said you were. Yeah, it's too late on that.
Yeah, no.
You guys
No
didn't
one
try to
said-
stop me sooner.
Ahab and Lorelei, being behind him, approach the guards. Or approach the guard. There's a guard and about 5 other people in various states of sort of ragged, old clothing.
Yeah, I tried to match it as close as I could get.
Hi.
And he looks at Ahab and then looks to Lorelei and is like, hi there, gentlemen.
What you doing over here?
That is none of your business, citizen.
But it looks fun. Are you playing hide and seek?
No, doing nothing of the sort. You should return to your homes or caravans or wherever
I
you're
don't live anywhere.
You...
I can't some reason. I've been trying to.
You've been.
I just look at this whole scenario and I'm just shaking my head in my face.
How do you think my character would
hand,
be?
my
Lorelei,
hand.
are you enjoying the weather of the day? I love evening time. Sorry, sir, I'm just taking a walk.
Anyways,
Yes, I'm half
I
drunk
think,
and half just making kind conversation.
but yeah, I think me, Lorelei, and Ahab are here.
I mean, I know Ahab is being Ahab, but Lorelei, do keep in mind we are trying to join the group.
Where?
I will say the surface thought as Lorelei greets him. Are you enjoying the weather today? I love evening time. I'm gonna roll a d20. What you do?
And no conspicuous
Bro, I
D20.
can't fucking spell to save my life.
That's
That's
okay.
fine, I can't tell you.
I'm saying sorry,
Kevin?
I get nervous at times, my apologies, so I
Yes?
seem like my behavior is normal. Because
Kevin, you
is
do-
a normal thing.
You do detect his thoughts as you hear the
Be right
guards
back, I'll
say,
get a drink.
"That sounds similar to the past phrase. A few words off, though." And Kevin does transmit that to the rest of the party. So
Oh, there's a passphrase?
that's what the guard was thinking as Lorelei was like greeting him.
Okay.
That's what we were told by Kevin. At least you guys were. I don't know if Kevin wanted to link to me yet.
Kevin can only link to one person, I believe.
I would, yeah. I didn't. Can I only link to one person?
I think so. That's the last time I remember.
You can post it into the chat real quick.
Pelican it is. Detect Thoughts is a duration spell that is a distance.
No.
of
He's
30
talking about the
feet.
telepathy. If it's one person.
Yeah. Well, he did
No,
detect
no,
thoughts.
there's no limit to the
Yeah,
people.
no,
It's only if I could see them within 60 feet of me. range.
Hearing people's thoughts. I'm tired.
Let me peer on Kevin's sheet real quick. I mean,
Yeah, I think I can only do one person for detect thoughts, but to talk to someone or whatever isn't
No, detect thoughts
yeah.
is multiple within a duration and range. It's the
Well,
telepathy that I was
there's
confused by.
no, yep.
you can speak
Alright.
telepathy to any creature you can see within 60 feet of you.
Yeah, so as long as
Okay.
Kevin can see you, then you guys are all fine. So yes, he's got the link set up with all of you, transmitting the thoughts of the guards to you guys.
And whoever's talking specifically, though.
So you
That's Ahab. I think.
Oh, I got something.
Wait, you're connected to me?
I'm connected to everyone in our little group.
Hold on.
So Ahab,
Okay,
you do
if
hear
he's
the thoughts as
thinking
well.
Okay, I think I have an idea.
How are you enjoying the weather today?
Isn't the DC for
Are you-
a deeper scan?
I don't know. I don't know what the exact phrase would be.
I was about to say the phrase.
Congrats.
Do you guys see my message in the chat?
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
thinking.
I completely underestimated this
of
bottle
trying to
line for
lie.
Did you make
1953.
a wisdom saving throw for the guard?
For
Oh, he's just gonna
what
look
are we
for
doing?
it, period.
What was this roll for?
You're trying to detect his thoughts fully to figure out what the exact password is.
Okay, I guess, yeah,
You have to
Well,
pass
I guess
that.
the
Not the guard.
I guess I could probe deeper.
But
Can I just go to Bill? It's like,
Probe
get some
deeper,
guidance
what I
trying
was
to
going to
rape
do
him, dude?
before you did that
I don't
is
think
that I was going to lie
Can guided
my ass
work
off and
when
say,
spell
Kevin, I was trying to
saves.
pull a Freddy Krueger when he was trying to.
Can I get a fucking word in?
Jason Voorhees. Sorry, go ahead.
"Thank you." I was going to say I was going to try to lie saying that the passcode got changed recently, and that's the version of the passcode that we were told.
If I was a DM, I would say perception roll, but it's up to the DM.
Well, no, that
Or
wouldn't
persuasion.
That would
be
sound like a
persuasion.
deceit.
Yeah, deception. But that's. Do you want to say that, or do we want to wait for Kevin to try and probe deeper?
I mean, if Kevin wants to probe deeper to get the exact...
Are you proficient with? Hold on. Are you proficient with deception?
I got a 5 in it. But do I have proficiency in it? Not really.
Suggest Kevin go first, and then you do your idea as a backup, because your idea sounds amazing, but keep it as a standby plan.
Yeah,
personally.
it's a standby plan.
Well, it's not a roll I make. It's a save.
Well, if you
Well,
fuck
that's-
up, or the app fucks up, then we have a backup plan.
Well, no, because see, the guard needs to make a save. It's a DC 14.
Ah, okay.
Alrighty then, that's
Yeah.
unsettling.
Roll 20, fuck him up.
Minor bit of real life news. A semi just got pulled over in front of my house. Concerning. Anyway.
Yo, Johnny, earlier today, a big-ass delivery truck crashed about 5-10 minutes away from my apartment, and it was just like, it not only missed the turn, because it was a bad turn, but it like mounted the curb. So I'm coming back home and going like, damn, you got fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
At least nobody was hurt.
Yep. Thank you for
Just
that.
traffic jam for an hour, but yeah.
Alright. So then probing deeper into his mind, Kevin,
Yeah.
you do find what the catchphrase actually is. It is, "Are you enjoying the weather we have this evening? I do love it so."
Just gonna go ahead and transmit that.
Mhm.
And what else can I gather?
Okay, instead of lying,
I try my best to fuck up that phrase.
I'll say the phrase for word.
Okay, now let me get things straight for a second here. Kevin, if you wanted to probe deeper, A, I need to know what you're looking for, and B, he is going to make another save.
Okay.
He's probing again.
Let's not probe deeper,
Okay,
but I still want to focus on him.
okay, that's fine. Yeah, your detect thoughts is active for I think the next minute or 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Minute. It's a single minute.
Oh, well,
It's a single minute.
yeah,
So
I can change the target of it, though. That's why I said just focus on him, though.
that's fine. As for Ahab and Alex,
I fuck up the phrase first.
you purposely fuck up the phrase. Lorelai fucked up the phrase the first time, and then
Jabella says the phrase
Bella,
correctly.
you come up and say the phrase correctly.
It's like, Belle, give him a disappointing look. It's like, and be like, these guys.
Are we heading by bus
Dude,
now?
you like wink at them like they're stupid.
We're heading to the bus now.
Oh, give me just a second.
It's like, they're stupid. Can't remember
You schmuck's still there, or?
We're still
Yeah,
here.
we're still here. The DM got to do something.
Alright.
We
Sorry,
promised
getting
me.
right done in.
Also, now, who doesn't have dark vision in the group? Is it just Kevin now?
I have dark vision.
I think it's the other Alex. I think he's the only one in
It's
the group.
D10.
It's T10.
Like, I'm about to say, I've always had dark vision.
Pretty sure I have
Sorry,
it
I'm
too.
thinking of you as human. Yeah, I know you do.
Though.
Okay, cool. That's actually part of my traits. Got it. No, I forget because that's not necessarily something that's there with you. I forgot tieflings just get that automatically.
Yeah.
Guys,
Back in my day, tieflings didn't exist.
All right, now that I'm done choking,
Hope you feel
And I
better.
say that's what he said, as I point to Alex as he comes up.
uh-huh. So the guard looks at all three of you, raises an eyebrow, and he's like, "Dude, did you boys meet with Gerald?"
Yes, we have.
Have we met the Gerald? I look confused.
Ignore him. His mind is not what it used to be.
Well, surprise, surprise, Gerald fucks up the passphrase all the time. I assume you're looking for safe passage to Noes then.
I nod my head for. Why, yes, indeed, good sir.
I have only one question. What the fuck is that? As he points at Ahab.
That is our pet.
If you say pet, I'm going to immediately look at you with a deep frown.
Well,
You know he thought it.
Rude, though. We literally have a robot as one of our companions. That's rude.
fair.
The guard
And a half
looks
demon is another. Like, fuck off.
the guard looks up at Ahab and looks down like familiar.
Yes. See, my friend over to my right,
Oh,
as
I'm familiar with him.
as I gesture over to
As I
Lorelai.
get back into happy face.
As I was saying. Yes, he is familiar to my associate over here, as I gesture to Lorelai.
Oh. Well, that's good.
I totally.
Hopefully, there, as I recall, there are a few magic users down in Noes. You shouldn't have any trouble finding Worf once you arrive. All right. Well, you boys quiet down. We're almost at the meeting spot. Just keep your heads low and follow my word.
Yep.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Come on. As he
I
takes his torch and
Yeah, as JD's referenced, what about the rest of us?
I think they're going into a different group, so that way we're not immediately spotted.
I mean, well, that is basically up to you guys. As far as the guard is concerned,
I would message
You're right.
Kevin to tell them to follow behind, if anything.
I mean, are we wanting to split you guys up, or do we want you all to be as a same group? Because remember,
I'd say stay
the
together.
meeting. Because when you
Please.
guys get to the meeting point, you guys hop into a horse-drawn carriage and then are taken to the city. So we're staying together.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to hide though. And keep up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if anything, then just try to merge into the group like you were already part of the group.
That works.
Because it's 3 people being added with 3 other people.
Mm-hmm.
It was secretly 4 people. No one will notice.
Well, it's
Just like
technically
I'm
5
really-
people and a familiar.
If there's an extra person, no one will know. No one will know. How would they know?
How would they know? All right.
They're gonna
So you
know.
guys, the guard guides you and the small group of people through alleyways, cross streets, back through other back streets, until you reach the edge of town, where, much like your spying before revealed, there is a horse-drawn carriage. As soon as you approach the carriage, I cannot recall if it was Lorelai or Kevin, but as soon as you guys approach the carriage, you do recall the faintest smell of that Gulkiri Kush. That
I believe it was Kevin.
yes,
because Kevin
and it
is the
does
one
seem to
that
be emanating.
I was the one that had was the animal at the time.
So you do get that faint hint of that smell as it is coming from the horse of the carriage.
It's like, I know Betty's.
Shh.
But as long as none of you, cause any fight or disturbance, the guard, kind of ushers you all in. It's like, everybody into the cart. Come on, quickly.
Yep. I climb into the cart fairly quickly, almost scrambling on. To make
Can I ask how we're disguising T10?
Lots.
That's my biggest question.
I basically had to put a big old robe on him.
Bad.
Okay, so he's just
robe.
hiding his face.
I mean, my face isn't too bad. It's only like
You have said
one
a
eye.
third.
One eye looks a bit weird, and the top of my head down to the right cheek looks weird.
Yeah. So
Still noticeable.
cloak,
Still
eye
very
patch.
noticeable.
Eye
Very
patch.
noticeable, and well, no. You do have to keep
You
in
could
mind.
You could put makeup on the metal there. The only exposed gears are on the top of his head, so if you wore
I
something
think
on
you
his head-
made some clicking and some jittering motions.
Well, yeah, I make noise.
That's always going to stay.
There's
I
nothing we
can't
can
fix
really do
that with
about that
makeup.
unless we boiled. Yeah.
I could also just wear my mask.
Yeah, he does have his mask that he wears sometimes.
Okay.
It's a brass
Which, I mean-
mask that fits with the metal parts of my head to make it look like it's almost intentional. Like it's just a decoration.
So, yeah. You guys are all ushered into the cart, and as soon as the last person, takes a seat into the cart, the horses goes ahead and slowly starts to move before it picks up speed and starts making its way towards the city.
Yep.
As it does,
Who else other than our parties in here that we can notice right off the bat?
there were the 5 other people that were with you. They are not people you recognize by any means. You don't know them. Most of them have some variation of a hood over their face, something, scarf around the lower part of their face. They're all very clearly trying to hide themselves. But as the lights of Proes start to blur in the distance, you notice a couple of them kind of start pulling down their masks a little bit, trying to be a bit more comfortable. They're feeling safer now. As one woman with a rather shorter person sat next to her, kind of unwraps herself and looks over to your group. Well, you boys look rather adventurous. What's bringing you into Noise?
I look extremely nervous as soon as I realize she's a woman.
Is the minute up for my concentration?
Oh yes, it's been up for a long time.
I guess I have to use a spell slot now.
Curiosity out of JD.
To answer your question, madam, we've had a few too many scrapes, if you get my meaning.
Kevin, I will warn you. Detect Thoughts has verbal components. So that means you cast Detect Thoughts right now, everyone in the cart's gonna know that you're doing that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Like mumble.
You can't
No,
exactly
that's not how
mumble
verbal
that shit.
components work.
Also, you have to pull out components.
There is a special ability that. Yes, we see you, JD.
The component is a copper piece.
Yeah, but people are gonna be like, Why is this guy pulling out a carpet
No,
piece?
Text,
there's
I
a
could
special.
just be moving it
there's-
around in my hands.
No,
fiddling
there's
with
special abilities that let you cast without having to
Hmm.
make loud verbal components. It's not something you can just do.
I understand what you said, Jade.
it. Okay,
So-
I need to figure out what the abilities are.
But worthy thought, Kevin. Worthy thought.
Besides
Uh, So, the woman looks over to you, Mr. Ingrid. Curiosity, well, I wish we were so fortunate. And you guys look at her and notice like she isn't wearing gloves at the moment, as it seems her hand is marked with the hollow brand.
We are in a similar situation. You understand. We don't usually answer questions so forwardly. As I take off the glove on my right hand, which is the one with the brand.
Yeah, I'll take off mine. She'll notice that both my hands look normal. Then I just kind of wipe one hand off and reveal my mark.
We're used
Ooh,
to avoiding
I wanna
questions.
mention tattoo. Oh wait, actually, I didn't know what a tattoo is.
You know what tattoos are. There's magical tattoos.
Anyways, I kind of was clever enough to basically blend it.
Ooh. Well, that's a fancy trick there.
Eh,
I've
nothing
never
really
afford
that
such
fancy,
things.
just really nothing that fancy, just makeup. As I redress it with makeup, my right hand looks normal.
I wouldn't go wasting that. That could be a good trade in the Undercities. No, we'll be welcome there. Did they not tell you?
No, we understand that we're welcome. It's why we're going after all. We're just used to avoiding questions.
That and old habits die hard. But
Oh,
by the
I
way, I am
understand.
actually talking like that in game.
Yes, we got it.
So the whole high pitch one, the one that you guys are mostly familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are like,
Oh yeah,
wait,
I picked up.
this guy can talk like this? Why does he talk like that normally?
The woman sort of speaks up. It's like, well, I think we'll all be safe once we arrive in the city. That's what they said. They said that we'll be welcome there. The Blackguard's not allowed there, and mostly it's people like us. Some folks that are truly cursed, even.
Yeah, I am also able to make up pretty decent disguises. Not necessarily great ones, but good ones. I can make you look like almost anyone here. Well, barring height, etc.
Well, it sounds like you have quite a talent there, young man.
He starts scribbling on the side of Lorelei's notebook that he's writing in.
Oh shit! Wait, you're writing on the side of his notebook.
Why do I now just have the mental image of like you just like doing like doodles and scribbles, cutting some
Yes.
pieces up?
I don't cut because I don't got scissors, but yes.
Now I just have that mental image just burned in my head, like you're just having like this chaotic mess that only you can read.
Technically, yes.
Mhm.
I finish my drawing and then I let go.
But
Damn
what
it,
do you draw
Frank.
in his notebook?
Moose.
Okay. Alright, so after a decent bit of time, and maybe a couple little exchanges of banter, you guys do arrive at what you remember as what it almost looks like a little ruined keep built into the side of the mountain. Half-built rubble or construction. You can't tell which. And the cart is slowly dragged into the through the door frame of this keep. And as it comes to a stop, you watch the horse sort of shift in a small puff of smoke into a man dressed in dark leather and a black cloak. He does not say a word to any of you guys, but he does kind of make a gesture of like, come on down from the cart as a couple of guards come on over. All right, everyone, nice and calmly, nice and quietly. We'll get you organized inside.
Quick question: did we have a long rest before this started?
I don't think we did.
I know we had a short rest, which doesn't hurt me in that fact. It's just I'm questioning that.
I do not believe you have had a long rest yet. No.
Okay, then how does the short rest work for warlocks?
Basically, you regain all your spell slots.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be at full with everything. But anyway.
Thank you, JD.
I lost your train of thought. All right. A couple of guards start helping your group down, offering hand to some of the commoners that are coming down from the cart. As they start to guide you guys away, everybody go ahead and give me perception check.
Ooh, 21!
What are we rolling?
Perception.
Perception.
I don't see anywhere where it said the verbal component has to be in common or whatever.
I suppose I should join the roll 20.
I mean, eventually you probably should, since we're playing D&D and this is where we roll the dice.
Man,
I mean, unless you have physical dice.
dog rolls right now.
Yeah, but then no one can see the dice.
Yeah, I'm a liar. I cheat at D&D.
All right.
Like,
JD,
yeah, I
I
actually
got a roll
rolled
for you.
15. Okay.
If you cheat at D&D, that's pretty pathetic.
It really would be.
I actually rolled a 14.
I've
okay,
seen
I
people
didn't
with
roll
weighted
a
dice
7.
at my table a few times.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Yeah, I typically get rid of their weighted die and give them one of mine.
I forgot that my maximum health at level 5 is 27.
You're not the squishy one. What do you mean?
I mean, we're all kind of squishy.
Oh yes, I forgot.
Yeah.
I was in Putin's card. Damn it.
I wouldn't say that, only for the fact that I'm
Most of the time I'm squishy
one of the
because
same.
My
of the
total
fact I
is-
use my health.
Guys, I'm
for
definitely paying
abilities.
attention to what's going on around us.
always.
My
I
total
use my
max
as a
health is
resource,
38
so,
currently.
I see that me and T10
bro, I
can't
got
keep
37
attention.
You,
Me
T10,
and T10
and
can
Kevin
check
have
it
no idea what's going on. All right.
Sounds
so,
about right.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty in character.
So both of our Alexes, as well as Lorelei, you guys are kind of you're paying attention. You have your ears open, listening, and you notice the guy in black. He walks over to a guard that he's. You can tell he's like armed. He's ready to go if something bad happens. Like if someone tries to put up a fight. As he walks up and just kind of starts a casual conversation. It's like, great evening tonight. I do love when the shadows dwell in the moonlight. Though I do worry that rain may come. And the guard just kind of looks at him and just sort of nods. Yeah. And you do take note, the guard stares and just eyeballs your group. Not specifically you guys, but like the whole group, your commoners, and as your
I give a
usher.
wide smile if I see that.
You are not one of the ones that
I'm
notices.
just reading a book.
T10's literally has his nose buried in a book.
In fact, you can see on the back of it, I'm literally reading the scriptures of the mother.
Oh, I do love I gave you that.
I mean, I can't give it back. We haven't seen.
I love that so much.
Meanwhile, in Melchermo,
I start drawing in it.
I'm pretty sure we got it from Melchermo.
No, I'm not gonna draw on it. I draw on too many things.
JD, for the most part, what you take in is this is quite literally a half-built little keep. There's a handful of guards sort of patrolling this little area. There's almost no light, no torches here. There's barely like hand lanterns at most that keep this place lit enough that you can see. Absolute dim light. It is your perfect home, Twilight Cleric.
How you roll a fucking 0, my dude?
You have a -1.
Negative.
Well,
You have a -1 wisdom.
it's the same reason why I failed 5 wisdom saving throws with my other character, but we're not going to talk about that.
T10 is not very wise.
No.
Says
All
the
right.
guy who grinds coins into material, but okay.
I'm intelligent. I'm not wise.
Yep.
So,
Alright. My character... I'm assuming my character who rolled a 21... I guess he figures that he knows that there are infiltrators, and it's someone amongst these commodores.
We're playing Among Us.
If not all of them.
it might be, but
I mean, he's not wrong, but
Alright,
Maybe
who's
he's
the
just
sussy
waiting for
bot?
but I'm
next
assuming
action
that's
to-
what I can
to
surmise.
pull her.
Without
knows,
actually
maybe.
confirm or denying the details.
But I mean, for the most part, that one guard just kind of keeps his eye on your group. Doesn't do anything, just watches you guys as you are escorted.
Yep.
But you are escorted somewhat deeper into the keep, although it is not very far before you realize this thing is literally built into the mountain as you are guided into a massive cave. Said massive cave, much like the keep, is not very well lit. However, you do see at the opposite end of the cave does seem to be a brightly lit room. As you guys are coming down the cave, the guards start to tell you all, and you notice none of them are shouting at this point. There's specifically a handful of guards, or about 3 guards, one leading you guys, one sort of in the middle, and one at the back, as they do come closer and all sort of instruct to you. Please follow the instructions you are given. Do not speak loudly, do not scream, yell, or argue. This all needs to be done cleanly, quickly. And when all is said and done, you need to make sure and remain as quiet as you possibly can.
I'll not.
And do the emote of throwing away the key.
And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking there's at least 2 people that's probably gonna screw this up. One of them being new, and one of them being a complete idiot.
See what JD is going to say. All right. You guys arrive at the well-lit room. As you realize, it It looks like the medieval DMV. There appears to be a series of booths with glass sort of protecting these tellers as people are in several different lines, occasionally coming up to the teller, exchanging information, writing down
just choked
something
on
on a
water.
paper. And then at the other end of the room, there appears to be a sliding metal door that opens up. A small group of people goes in at the will of a guard. The door closes. They disappear for a little while. And then later on, the door opens up again. Another group heads in. As the group is welcomed into the room, you do take note the guards do specifically separate out the group into different lines as much as possible.
Well, I
Now,
think
for this, do what?
nothing. I was just thinking of like what I was going to name this episode.
Please take a number.
That was actually
Do
one
they
of my
separate me from
thoughts.
you?
Actually,
The guards will somewhat look confused at you.
I stay flying and I don't say a word.
So, I assume you are like in the middle of the group. Is anyone going to tell the guard what the deal with Ahab is?
I will. That is
Okay.
that is one of our familiars. So
Can we
please.
pause
I'm
for a
3
second?
foot. You can't hide me.
Can we pause for a second? Because I think I missed something. Because when did Nick's character become Ahab in the first place? Did I miss something?
That happened 2 weeks ago.
Last time we played.
Yes.
So 2
The
weeks
last
ago,
session.
what? Your character died and you made a new one?
No,
or what
like
happened?
Uda.
I never said what happened to Uda.
Yeah,
Uda
no
just
one
freaking
knows what happened to
disappeared.
Uda.
Well, no, I don't know either because I may have signed off early because I was tired. That's why I was just like,
No.
oh, we have a new
Mhm.
character. Okay.
No. Do you remember when? Do you remember when Uda left the bar and no one went with him?
Yeah, he went off on his own.
Yes.
I'm back as a new character right now. That's all I'm saying for right now.
Got it. No problem.
So in this
All right.
situation, I've been a fairy, been chilling with you guys because I came out of a book that T10 bought.
Mhm.
In this
Yeah.
sense, I'm technically T10's familiar.
Mhm.
Well, I
You're
didn't
also sentient. All right. Okay. Continue, DM.
but yeah, I didn't specify which familiar. I specified that he was a familiar of ours.
In that case, the guard will, you'll explain that. He'll nod his head. He won't say anything, but he does point to Ahab and points at you, Kibella, and basically just points to each other, like, stick together, as he ushers you into you two into one of the lines.
All right.
I do the salute. Yes, sir. And I start
I'll
pretend walking. And
I'll fall.
Are you an
politely,
owl?
Because
By the way, Ahab, are you an owl?
Oh, he's a
no,
fairy.
I'm a fairy
No,
with dragonfly
Aemon
wings.
is my owl.
You're a fairy. Okay. All right, we're going berserk up in here. Okay, hi Puck. Continue.
Yeah. So, for the sake of this next part, I'm going to have everybody roll initiative. I believe, JD, you will need me to roll your initiative for you. Nope, that's rolls. Try to hide the face.
15.16, but it also said you wanted to send the results of this die to the turn tracker, but no valid target.
Yep, it is supposed to say that. You're fine.
Okay.
I just need Kevin and T10.
Yeah, one moment.
Get your shit together, bear man.
I think,
Man. All right. So, this is gonna be interesting. Lorelai, you are the first one to arrive at the counter. So, this, for the sake of keeping this part going, in character, you guys do not hear what each other are saying to various tellers. But to keep from asking the same question over and over again, we are going to assume that your characters ask that question and receive the same answer as the previous person.
Got it.
So, Lorelai walks up to the teller, asks, "Where am I?" If it is assumed that everyone will have ended up asking that question. So, Lorelai, you walk up to the ticket booth, and you are somewhat confused at what you see. Behind the glass pane is not a person. It appears to be a wooden doll, much like those marionettes used to practice drawing. It appears to be sat in somewhat of a stool or a chair. It waves as if greeting you. And you see it pull a piece of paper from a desk and slide it under the glass pane with a small pen as it sort of taps on the paper for you to fill out.
Okay.
For the most part,
yeah, go ahead.
For the most part, the paper is it's asking lots of basic information things: name, age, race, useful skills, known family members, stuff like that.
I'll fill it out to the best of my knowledge.
And then if you had any questions for the marionette behind the glass pane.
I'm just gonna ask the marionette where should me and the rest of my people go, like the general direction, and wait for an answer.
The marionette will visibly, its body will move as if reacting. As you see it move its hands to what looks like a little Rolodex as it shuffles through a series of index cards and pulls one out. As it holds the index card up to the window, you see it reads, "Once you are done filling out your forms, a guard will guide you to the sliding metal door to your left, and you will descend into the city."
I will do just that, fill out the form, put it back underneath the little window slot, and go where the marionette is gesturing me to go.
It was, as you kind of look towards there, the marionette does sort of tap on the glass to get your attention, as it does pull out another paper and pull out an index card as well, as it slides the paper down there, as it says, "Would you like to put in an application for job services?"
I'll fill it out, but DM, would it be weird to fill it out in regards to being a mercenary or a hitman before I decide to fill it out?
For the most part, the application does have a series of checkboxes. Things like minor, town guard, things like city work sort of things. And there is specifically a checkbox for other. And it's kind of like a job. And then after that, it's basically like a job application of, what are some useful skills you can bring to this job, stuff like that. So if you wanted to say man for hire, you can put that there. But
debating whether or not I put that, because I don't know whether or not it would blow my cover, so it's gonna...
There are things like, town guard, security, stuff.
All right, I'm gonna put down security, and if there's a second option for the application, first would be security, second would be town guard. Fill it out and give it to the marionette clerk.
Okay. It shall take the paper, and it will then slide one more piece of paper out, and it will set down a large iron key on top of that paper. As it points at the very bottom of the paper where there's a little signature line, as the rest of the paper is filled to the brim with text.
Can I read the text?
You gotta squint and look real close to see it, but it's legible.
What does it say?
To not go into excruciating detail, it is effectively a contract. Go ahead and give me an investigation roll to see how good you are at deciphering the legalese of this paper. 18. So as you're reading through this, effectively what this is a contract stating you're being given a residence in the city of Noes. A small one-bedroom building that has all of your basic amenities for life. You know, you've got somewhere to cook your meals, somewhere to sleep, somewhere to go to the restroom, stuff like that. But as this building is on loan, you will have to pay back the loan of your residency over time, and the interest rate of that loan is quite high.
Great, it's a marionette bank. Okay. Sure, we're
And
not
as
in
a
New
part
York?
of that, as a part of that contract, you do note one thing. All residents of the city of Noes must sign this contract.
Well, if there's nothing else, then I will carefully read what you just mentioned, and then sign my signature and give it back to the marionette clerk.
All right. Do you take the key?
Yes.
All right. On the key, you do note it has a lovely little etching of what appears to be a street address. And then at that point, the marionette does hold up another index card. It says, "Welcome to the city of Noes. Please enjoy your stay," as it gestures towards where the door is.
So I will follow where it gestures to, and let someone else do whatever's next.
All right. So very simply going through the line. Ahab, did you have any? Did the Shadowfell speak? I don't know if there's a unique language to the Shadowfell. Have to be. I think no, it's not Abyssal. Abyssal is Hell speak.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Wait,
It's
no.
it's called the Shadow. Wait, no, the Shadowfell, not the Underdark.
Isn't it a deep speech, or am I mistaken?
No, that's the Underdark.
That's Underdark.
I don't know.
That's why I was confused. I was like, wait.
Let's see if Google gives me any quick answers here. Let's see, natives, color pools, great wheel, gravity. Very
I finally figured out what my background was gonna be. So.
Shades. Yeah.
Well, it makes sense.
Well, we'll worry about that detail later when we have more time to focus on it. But Ahab, I suppose in this case it would be Ahab and Kibella. You guys come up to the ticket booth. And
I wave.
And the marionette thing waves back.
I wave to it, slightly confused, but rolling with it.
And it will go ahead and give you guys 2 papers to fill out.
All right. I fill out as much information as I can, like letting them know what my skills are, such as my violin skills, acting skills, etc.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I really change is the name I'm addressed by. Joseph Cabell.
You write your name as Joseph Cabell?
Yes, because something like in the back of my mind, outside of like being the player,
Mm-hmm.
like something tells me in the back of my mind, if I write down my legitimate name, that they're gonna be able to control me through the contract. Especially once I read the third sheet, the one that says all citizens have to sign this. That's the part where my character is like a little bit suspicious.
And Ahab, will you have any problems filling out your paper?
I'll help him out if he does.
I do it on the glass, for one.
Draw on the glass.
No, I use it as the board. My
okay.
Yeah, that's my table. Words.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Wait, are we signing the paper?
I fill everything in with Sylvan.
All right, perfect. That is exactly the thing I was looking for. All right.
I did it, and I don't spell my name correctly.
Oh, don't worry. We will get to you, Kevin.
But yeah.
The marionette will, much like it did before, pull out an index card, as it will. Once it takes your 2 papers, it'll pull up an index card asking if you would like to apply for job services.
Quick question. What does this all imply?
Are you asking the marionette?
Yeah, sure. I'll ask the marionette.
Oh, whoops.
Quick
Sorry.
question. What does this all imply?
It kind of crooks its head as it goes to its index cards and plucks one out. I do not understand. Could you please rephrase that?
Okay. What is this exactly for? I thought the first sheet was our application.
It then shuffles through the index, pulls out a card. The first form is your citizen information.
Ah, okay. Then, like I said, I write down my skills if there's boxes that need to be, if there's stuff that needs to be written down. Like I write.
I write Fisher.
But yeah, I put down my character's actual legitimate skills on what he's good at and what he can bring towards a job in terms of like. And I do put like in boxes like filling out descriptions like can disguise people to make them look like they're not who they are, barring height, gender, a few other things.
Okay. Once you guys fill out those papers,
I put down Fisher.
Thankfully, the marionette does not have to read these papers. Otherwise, it would be very confused. But it collects the papers. And then it pulls out only one of the final contracts as it slides it out. And in this case, I'm going to have you roll an investigation to see how much of this paper you understand.
All right. Investigation, you said?
Yes.
Both or just one?
Guidance? Sorry. I forgot to say guidance.
Go ahead and roll your guidance. But remember, before the roll next time.
See, I
You
believe
too,
it's a
Johnny, or no?
D4.
No. Now you blow it. You're just keep Ella here. Ahab, stop rolling investigation.
I didn't mean to. I didn't realize it was still clicking. That's funny. I was just holding my finger.
Okay, so I got a 14.
As you understand, this is a contract basically stating you are now going to be a resident of the city of Noes. You're being given a home. The home is built for one person. As well as the sort of end section where it says all citizens of Noes must sign this document.
I will ask the quick question. Has there been anyone that's not signed this one?
It will pull out an index card. Refusing to sign this document means you may not enter the city.
Ah, that makes sense. As I write down my fake name, just to be on the safe side. Which I put down on my information sheet, so if they start looking, it'll match up. But if it's linked to some sort of control over me, they probably wouldn't be able to control over me.
Alright. So then it gives you your key, and unless you had any other further questions, it points you over to the elevator.
I'll thank it for its time. And grab my key.
Alright.
I'll put that on my sheet while I'm thinking about it. Alright.
For the sake of convenience, T10, you are the next one.
You're quite the interesting construct. Are you fully pre-programmed or actually sentient?
It reaches into its index cards, pulls out one. As it holds up the card, I do not understand. Could you please rephrase that?
Ah, okay. Well, I'm interested. What is the purpose of the city?
It shuffles through, pulls out a card. The city of Noes is meant to be a tribute to the ancients, a city of those that are unwelcomed on the surface world, outlaws, outcasts, and any who most of society have frowned upon.
Well, I'll certainly fill out the work contract. I'll include a full list of all of the spells I'm capable of casting.
I like to think you go through the extent of like the materials necessary, what
yeah,
in
material
detail
components.
it does, cost of said components.
Did we have to write down spells?
Yeah, guys.
You didn't have to. There was nothing on the sheet that said spells, but that's how T10 decided to fill it out.
Filled it out. And I will read the entire contract, looking explicitly for anything hidden.
Alright, you can roll your investigation. Oh, solid 18. All right. So you get the same information Lorelai did of you are being given a house. It is on loan. The interest rate is high. Oh, yeah, interest rate is high, and all citizens of the city must sign.
All right. Yeah.
And for the most part, it's not that things are hidden; it's that it's worded weirdly. It is a legal contract by all means, where some things are just like the user in hereby has agreed to the terms of this here.
The weird jargon
in...
is all legal, nothing arcane.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the work of a lawyer, not a wizard.
Pretty similar.
I know, right?
Now I kind of want. If we end up playing in this world again, now I'll probably play next time a wizard that happens to be a lawyer in his spare time.
What, Phoenix Wright?
No. Flex
Objection.
Wright.
Avada Kedavra.
Objection.
Jackson Avada Kedavra.
I'm sorry, I love the Phoenix Wright.
I guess so the truth.
Because it actually made you feel like you were a lawyer. It was dope.
But yeah, imagine having the Zone of Truth spell as
DM.
a lawyer.
Because you said what you said, I made sure that on my application I put that I have dark vision and I can speak common and infernal, just because I don't know if that's going to be useful, but applying to security and as a guard, that might come up because maybe they might put me in only night shifts. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Huh?
For once, I'm not being treated with racism. Hooray! Thank you, Marionette.
Yes.
All right.
I think this is
It's
the
incapable
one.
of racism.
I think this is the one place where we're not gonna be.
I like how
spotted
you
out.
chose marionettes, and you know that I'm not a fan of fucking mannequins. At least I couldn't see it. Like, legit, me and Markiplier have the same fear where I'm just like...
I don't feel comfortable around mannequins.
T10, you signed the residence contract.
Yep.
All right, and you are given a key with the address etched into it.
But yeah, mannequins are creepy.
Oh yes.
They're just down.
Oh, and I do
They're
use my
fun.
proper designation. I don't try and make anything up.
Oh yeah, that's what I would expect of T10. Did you have any other questions for the marionette?
Nope.
All right, you are guided over to the elevator. All right, then, Mr. Ingrid, you are still in text form, I believe. Hello. Yes. All right. So, you approach the marionette. Of the first form, you will fill out with your basic information. Wait for him to type it out.
Now I just have this mental image of like someone that's like trying to play like a really serious fighter at the fantasy DMV. And
All right.
trying his and they
Fantasy DMV.
and
I still love that's my description.
and I have the mental image of the fighter basically trying to fight the urge of basically causing a freaking brawl. Why do
Then, So, JD, I will roll your investigation for the third paper. Did you want to sign up for the job services? You will sign up as a clergyman.
I also
I would
fill
like to
out
offer.
all of my class abilities with my spells, by the way.
I imagine you end up flipping the paper over onto the back and just start writing extra things because there's no way there's enough room for all this shit.
Yep. You would
I write down my
basically
entire.
you would basically be the reason why they had to add extensions onto those DMV things.
All right, so Mr. Clergyman, you turn in your work services paper. As you're given the third one, you can make out this is a contract stating you are being given a home in the city of Noes. It is on loan. You will have to pay it off, although you don't catch the part about the high interest rates. You just know that it is on loan. And the last bit on the section, on the bottom of it, is all residents of Noes must sign this paper. Yes, please. Any questions for the bot for you? I do find it funny. The folks at home watching the stream get to listen to the half response of me answering JD. Is it possible to leave here? And if so, how difficult is it to do so?
Nah,
The
useless question.
bar...
Unnecessary to know the answer.
That's a pretty good one.
By the way,
the
I
bot will
do
pull
have
out.
it pulled. I do have Discord pulled up, so they can read.
All right, so the robot will find one of its index cards, as it shall pull it up. Both. There are currently one entrance and one exit to the city of Noes, and that is the entrance is on the other side of the room. It goes and pulls out another card. The exit to Noes is known by the guards. However, all loans must be repaid before the location of the exit is given to any citizen. It will pull up another index card. That is a question for the town guards. All right, and as everyone else, JD, you are given your key to your new home, and you make your way to the elevator. As soon as you raise your voice above like a normal talking octave, you're immediately accosted by about two guards, fingers on their lips as they both right in your face.
Above normal?
But basically anything like you're not just talking like normal room conversation. There you go.
Alright. I'll ask it in a whisper tone. Why do we have to be quiet?
I think he caught on. All right. So last but not least, Kevin.
Yes.
Boy,
You
Kevin.
you approach the marionette, and much like everyone else, you are given the first paper to fill out your basic information.
I fill it out and like switching out through common, Elvish, and Sylvan and Druidic and whatnot. And like I don't spell like I don't use either of my names. I'm just like Belvin Yorker or something. Just like
My name is John Doe.
Yeah, it's like sure, we'll just go with a name.
Well,
It will hold up a index card to you. Would you like to apply for job services?
Sure.
It will give you the job application form. You can fill it out as you wish.
I go through that. Just like let's see what I want to put in. Facts and non-facts.
Oh, look, I can be a farmer.
He's like, I could be
yeah,
a farmer.
I can be a farmer underground with no sunlight.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the people have to eat somehow.
I mean, I know in the Underdark it works a little bit differently because they have a different farming system.
It's
down
like,
there.
sure, I could also be an alchemist.
Alchemist is not one on the list, but you can write that under other.
Yeah. Never fucking put down what musical instrument. Holy shit.
That's what my character did. He wrote down his instruments that he's proficient in.
Oh fuck, I forgot oh yeah, I had guitar.
You even have a guitar?
Anyway.
No, because they're expensive.
Yeah, don't worry about
it. 35 gold.
Alright, so you fill out your work service form, and then if you can go ahead and give me an investigation roll, as it hands you the residence contract.
Can I use guidance?
Yes, as long as you have it. Oh yeah, you do have guidance. I forget about it.
Yeah, I made it popular amongst the group.
I had it all last campaign.
Yeah, fuck you.
But you didn't use it. And
yeah, I used it on almost every ability check I made.
I was about to say, he
Yeah,
used
you
it on pretty much
literally
everything.
I literally stopped
Awesome.
asking.
And I also got the D4.
I literally stopped asking if I could use it and would roll it preemptively.
All right, I don't know when Kevin went to law school, but he reads this contract, point by point, understands everything.
The idiot group
Kevin,
understands everything. Go figure.
You know, this contract is giving you a residence in the city. Is a residence for a single person, has all your basic amenities. It is being given on loan. The interest rates are incredibly high. You did the math. You will have to work for the rest of your life, and you will not pay off these interest rates unless you are making a shit ton of money. And more importantly, you do see the clause in there. You are not allowed to leave the city until all debts are paid. These debts do continue through your bloodlines.
Ah, that's how they get to.
Well, yeah.
And then the final section on there that says all residents of Noace must sign this document.
Did I see anybody else sign this?
You've seen
one by one.
You're not all in the same line, but I mean, you're the last person to go. So as far as you've seen, no one has thrown a fit. No one's not signed paperwork. Even the other commoners that were with you, they're signing. They're just signing through, filling out stuff. No
Well,
one,
they
no one
probably
has
didn't
batted an
pay attention
eyelash
to
over
the.
any of
Like,
this.
They probably
yo,
didn't
can
pay
I
attention to the fine
negotiate
details.
terms?
Do you want to ask the marionette that?
Yes.
All right. It shall look through its index cards as it'll pull out a card. I do not understand. Could you rephrase that?
I would like to talk shop about the contract.
It looks down at its index cards, looks at the card it's currently holding as it holds it up again. I do not understand. Could you rephrase that?
Oh no.
What if I didn't want to sign?
I already asked that earlier. Basically, you are refused entry.
So we'll show you the index card. If you refuse to sign this document, you will not be allowed in the city.
Do I know if it's magical?
I mean, just on base inspection, there does not appear to be magic. You can attempt to cast a spell if you would like. Everyone will know you're doing it.
Yeah. Hold on.
That's why Kimbella used a fake name.
I also used a fake name. But like, can I?
Well, you misspelled your name. That's not a fake name. That's just you.
No, I used Delvin Yorker.
Yeah, he said he used a different name.
Okay. I didn't hear the Delvin part. My mistake.
Am I able to use the spell Detect Magic?
I think that just.
As long as it has verbal components, people will know you're casting it. But otherwise, you can cast it.
Is it a druid spell, though? Yes, it is. I don't know why the fuck I don't have it then.
Probably one of those you can't drag.
Oh, it was right there. Okay. It's like, can I cast a spell real quick?
You will be seen by the guards.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Well, so yeah, the marionette will pluck a card. Magic is not outlawed.
Oh. Goody. I cast Detect Magic.
Right. Detecting magic. Within this room, there is a decent bit of magic. You, some of your allies, as well as the construct in front of you, are certainly different forms of magic or magical beings. But the papers you have signed are not magical. They are simple papers with ink.
Wait, the contract is magical, but not the papers.
No, none of the contracts, none of the papers, nothing you have signed as of yet is magical.
So,
I said
all legal
construct. The marionette in front of you, a construct, is magical.
Is there any wiggle room in the contract? Like, at all?
There, with your natural 20, there is a notable loophole. If the city cannot provide appropriate housing to you, then the contract is void. And it does specify, a place of residence with these specific things, that it does not have other occupants, because these buildings are only constructed for one person to be living there.
Right. Well, I'm gonna sign the contract with Delvin Yorker.
All right.
Oh, so they're already breaking the contract. They didn't hand me one.
yeah, I think me and Kevin are the only ones that could legally get out of our contracts.
Not
Why, Kevin?
necessarily. Kevin, right now, he's being given a home. He's given the key right now. As far as anyone is aware, Ahab is not a person. He is a familiar.
That is
And the
true.
mannequin understood that. But it doesn't take much to prove he's not a familiar. He's just a strange little man with insect wings.
So wait,
I'm familiar with them, yes.
Wait, so that means he didn't sign the third paper.
He did not.
I
know.
never lied.
He was never even given the third paper.
So there's at least
I did
paper.
not lie.
Paper.
Yeah, everybody except Ahab, because Ahab is believed to be not a person.
Yeah, thanks to my
Wait, if I
character
turn
thinking,
into an animal, would I be
rely on a
not a
spot.
person?
I mean, they're going to watch you turn into an animal, so they'll still assume that you still have to sign the form. That's not.
Alright,
So it's too
well,
late.
I signed the form of Delvin Yorker.
Delvin Yorker is not a beast of below challenge rating, whatever you're allowed to turn into.
Sounds like an office receptionist.
Delvin Yorker is no beast of CR2.
My name is Delvin
Exactly.
Yorker. I work on Wall Street. Get out of here.
All right. Unless you have any further questions, you are given a key and pointed to the elevator.
Am I able to meet up with everyone else? Be like, yo, I found out the loophole in this atrocious contract.
You are all put into the elevator. Inside the elevator, there is a guard with you.
It's like,
There are
I
a couple
found
other
out why
people.
no
Wait,
one
you can tell us
leaves.
telepathically, can't you?
It's like, so everybody, no one leaves because while we get a place to stay, we also acquire a massive fucking debt that is continued with the bloodline. And until debt is filled, we cannot leave. But there's a loophole. If there's no place of residence, the contract in debt is void.
I smell revolution coming on.
Yeah. And each place of residence is built for one person.
Like, out of character, my character is like thinking, atrocious debts to who? Exactly.
It's like, so none of us got a problem with destroying this, right? Just
Oh.
like,
how closely tight is this pact? And would the guard be able to hear us whisper?
I'm not whispering, I'm telepathically.
I'm asking the
He's-
DM
you're
if he would be able to hear
telepathic.
us. If we were to
You are
whisper.
You are all standing shoulder to shoulder against the wall in this little elevator.
So he could
He's like, I'm gonna
technically
turn
hear
to
us if we
y'all, and
whispered
when I do,
loud
wink
enough.
at me if you understand.
The guy is standing close enough that if you lean forward, your nose is going to touch him.
We can just talk
Gotcha.
about it later. Just calm
We'll talk
down.
about that later. But my
We-
character is definitely gonna be causing a revolution.
No,
Oh yeah, I
just
agree.
leave it alone. We have a job. We just finish this, get out.
Well,
We
yeah,
don't have to
we're
collapse
gonna finish the
every
job, but he's gonna leave a
problem.
massive.
That's why
We
we
don't
have-
have to collapse every government we see.
Even though
It's like,
what they're
we
doing is
can't
absolutely
That's-
corrupt,
Yeah.
it's also one of the only cities where hollows are safe. I don't think collapsing it is a good idea.
They're not
No,
really
just more like
safe,
making
though.
reforms to where it's not
They're-
crippling.
It won't be.
They're
They
slaves
are
with
safe. They're
extra
not being
stats.
hunted down.
I didn't say
They're
it's
Yeah,
not-
but
safe.
they're
if they
slaves with
collapse-
extra stats, which isn't good, which doesn't make it easier.
Is it not good?
No,
I
they're
mean,
slaves.
sure,
with
they'll be stuck working here their entire life, but it's not like they're not
so
getting
with their
paid.
lineage.
Anyways, moving on.
Okay. How about this? We get out and we come back later. Is that settled?
We signed a contract. They're not gonna let us leave. That's the problem.
We can leave all we want. We know how
We
to
have
escape.
magic.
We're fucking magic people. All of us have magic.
We don't have
For
to collapse the government to escape a city.
We don't need to collapse the government. We just need to destroy all the housing, and then all their contracts are void.
That's
Can-
worse.
That's worse.
No, because
That-
then they could be free. They could stay if they want, and they give
Without
them
houses.
Yeah, what about houses? I mean, granted, they will no longer have that massive debt to pay off, but at the same time, they have nowhere to
Does
live
the
either.
debt really matter?
They can
Let's-
just rebuild a house.
All right.
That's
not
the
even
debt
that-
is the problem.
That's not a problem. People are willingly signing these contracts. Let's see what the fucking
Yes,
conditions
'cause
are
the
before
let's,
we
there's
let's
start.
see
no
what the people's
alternative
view is on that
to the-
first,
There's
then
this
we'll form
contract,
an
and then
opinion
there's
on
being
that.
hunted down.
They're not being hunted down. They just don't know how to leave.
They're going to be hunted down by the Black Guard.
The
Hunting
Black Guard
anyone
can't get in
down.
here.
Yeah, not
They-
down
either
here.
they're
The Black
slaves
Guard isn't here.
or they're
Unless-
hunted down by the Black Guard. It's slavery or death.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it's not even slavery. It's just unreasonable capitalism.
Yeah, it's slavery with extra steps, but
Yes, I said that earlier.
Whatever.
it's fine. We're not worried about that part right now. You guys are trying to get paid.
Like any good capitalist.
Exactly. All right. So, anything of note, as soon as you enter the elevator, there is a sign on the back of the elevator that says, please keep your voice down. It takes a solid at least 10 minutes through this elevator ride. And you can feel like how bumpy this ride is. I mean, you guys are basically vibrating the whole time. And you can feel this thing is going fast. Like, horses don't run this fast on haste. Holy shit. This thing is moving.
Ooh. Where the fuck?
But eventually it does come to a stop. And the door opens up, and the guard sort of points you out into this sort of a stone keep area, or a little castle area, as he whispers to you all, "Welcome to Noes. Please keep your voices down."
I'll ask, how come we have to whisper down here?
Oh, did no one warn you? It's from the Deep Beast.
The what now?
The Underdark has many abominations. For short, we call them all Deep Beast. All sorts of shapes and sizes, aberrations, monstrosities. They're mostly attracted by sound. As long as we keep our voices down, it saves the god a bit of trouble.
Okay, that makes sense, I suppose.
So don't cast Thunderstep.
Also, don't play very loud music and stuff. This place was This is literally
Cast
my
Thunderstep,
character's
yes.
worst nightmare.
You see the everyone stop spamming.
Whatever you do, don't play the rude sandstorm. Near air.
All right. Anyways, but welcome. You guys arrive into the largest fucking cave you have ever seen in your lives. The ceiling is high enough that for most of you, the top rocks
Stalactites.
are the only
Stalactites.
Yes.
T for top, my guy. T for top.
These stalactites are the only thing you see hanging down at the edge of dark vision. You can't see the top of the cave.
Oh, dark vision.
Wait,
For those of you without dark vision, you're sad.
Dark vision. I cast levitate. Now I can see the stalactites.
As they poke my head.
Oh.
And then I fall to my near death.
Because last time we were in a cave, I almost died.
120. Yeah.
As you look down from this little keep area that appears to be like the entrance to the city, you see a small, sprawling town of various buildings in different states of construction, almost everything made of pure stone. Stone and metal. That is the plan of the city, but aside from the occasional, like, sound of footsteps, there is barely any sound anywhere. The only thing you hear is wind blowing through this massive cave. That's it.
My character is so tempted to play a tune.
Just like telepathically, I want to scream.
I'll whisper ask the guard. I'm assuming music is considered bad?
If you desperately need to go play something, there is a tavern at the other end of town that has soundproofed walls.
Thank you for that note. I'll keep that in mind for when I'm looking for possible work.
But other things of note that you guys can see. Oh, what is JD? If you do, I smash your loot. Out in the sprawling cave, there are various tunnels, holes, even what you presume are mine shafts due to hanging lanterns and like structures holding up the tunnel. That just all over different walls of this cave. In the distance, there appears to be a large, like, outcropping of bioluminescent light, where it looks like there may be something like mushrooms or fungus or plant life just sort of tucked away at the edge of the cave, where there also appears to be a large lake that falls off into probably a bottomless pit, because there's no bottom and you don't hear the water hitting the bottom of it, so bottomless pit.
And I'm assuming if we draw a torch in there, we're not going to see that torch hit the bottom either.
You're never going to see that torch again, correct?
That's what my character would assume.
But for the most part, you guys have somewhat... Oh, and you do take note, at the far end of the cave, there does appear to be a campsite of sorts, where there's some torches lit up and just a dozen tents.
What's that over there? As I point over there.
Oh. That would be the adventurers' camp. See, the Underdark is still a somewhat unexplored place. So there are quite a few people that have volunteered to help map out the area and explore some of the uncharted corners of our cave here.
Quick question, like out of game. What was our
Yes.
mission again down here? To find out what
What's going on in the city?
Yeah, what was going on in the
hide out a
city,
little.
and I think to see.
No, it's not a... Kevin, the reason why we're here is not to hide out. We
No.
have
I
to
mean-
hide out
I mean,
Because we're in
it's
trouble.
I mean, it's a bonus just to lay low for a little bit.
Yes. Literally love. Anyway.
yeah, as long as we don't
Yeah.
mess anything up, like trying to kill the guard.
Or trying to start a revolution, or destroying the houses.
I'm not gonna cause a
Please.
revolution.
That's what
Two.
you were talking about 5 seconds ago.
It was a joke.
It was not a joke. You were being dead serious.
Or at least reforms, Jesus.
To give you guys a bit of a reminder, Serenia? Fuck.
Serena?
Was it just Is it just Serena?
I think
Why
it's
do I
just
keep thinking
Serena.
it's more
Vampire
complicated than
girl?
that?
I don't
No,
remember
not
off the top of my head.
Serena Meyer had offered you guys a job to come to Noes, explore, and find out the real reason her brother built this place. Because she does not believe that he's enough of an altruist to just build a city for people. She thinks there's something else going on here, and wants you guys to find out what.
Yeah.
And she's willing to pay top
plus
gold to figure out what it is, what the deal with this place is.
I just take out a notebook and just fucking write down all the contract itself. I was like, this will be good. This will get us.
Yes, that is the contract is definitely a
Good
start.
thinking.
Yeah, that's a good start.
That will get us a little bit of money. It will help. But if it's not altruistic,
That's definitely not altruistic.
like just out the gate, you can see it's not altruistic.
That still doesn't show the
Um,
purpose.
Quick question as I whisper to the guard again.
To start.
Where do you go to volunteer for these adventuring groups?
Well, it's usually best to meet up with whomever's in charge at the moment. They almost always meet. They almost always meet at that tavern I spoke about towards the end of the day.
All right,
Now JD has a destination.
we have a place and a time.
Okay.
And we got something that wouldn't be too shifty.
JD, you able to talk now?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, maybe, kind of.
Damn it.
In regards to time, you do notice at many of the sort of corners near buildings, there are clocks down here that show what time it is.
What time is it currently?
It is currently the middle of the night. Well, actually, you remember it was the middle of the night when you came down here, but according to the clock, it says it's like kind of early afternoon.
Let us.
I'm gonna check out my room.
Let us. A part of me wants to check out my room, but a part of me wants to go over to that tavern to see if we can get ourselves acquainted with the Adventurers League down here.
Well, he said it was late in the day is when they meet up.
Yeah.
So you guys would have plenty of time to go to your various houses
Got
and do that fun stuff.
I'll go check out my house, then I'll head on over to the tavern to see if we can, or at least I can volunteer for one of the groups to join them.
Does everyone want to just go ahead and check out their small homes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm guessing
Because-
I'm following you.
You can follow whoever you want. All you know is you don't have a key to a house, so you're homeless.
Does the key
Still.
say where?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
has a street
etched
name
onto
on
the
it.
key there's a Yeah, etched onto the key is the street address, and there are signs that guide you of like to this street to that street.
Quick question. What is all of our addresses?
Uh, by sheer coincidence and not DM bullshit, you all live basically.
No,
right next
I
to
live
each
a mile away.
other. The town's barely a mile long.
I live
G10,
on the
shut up.
exact opposite side of town.
Okay, you live on the next street over, which is basically behind Kevin's house.
Okay.
There you go, just so you can be happy. As soon as you arrive, you are immediately disappointed. It's not the right word, but these things are small.
Well, yeah, my
There
character
are
wasn't
doors-
expecting much to begin
Are there
with.
utensils inside?
There, as you enter in, there is barely any walking room. As soon as you walk in, your bed is basically not less than 5 feet in front of you. Behind a curtain, like 5 feet from your bed, is what appears to be a toilet. Adjacent to that, there is sort of a kitchen area, like where there would be a fireplace to burn things, and a small counter with a stone pillar that you assume is a stool. Sitting on the counter, there is a plate made of steel with steelware next to it. Oh, and a mug. You have a mug.
This kind of reminds me of my orphanage that I used to be in.
Oh, and there is a window that is basically like right next to your door. It does have glass in it. Does not come with a curtain, so anyone can just look straight into your house and see you like laying in bed.
But yeah, my character is not joking about that. He's been in similar situations like this before.
Yes, I imagine the orphanage was not perfect. But yeah, everyone's house is effectively the same.
I sit down in the bedroom, put down all my heavy stuff, find my load, and then head over to the bar. See what's going on at that end of things.
Effectively do the same. Of course, I'm carrying my instrument with me.
So are we in agreement? We're gonna go check out the Adventurers Guild?
Yep. I think that's our best cover
Alright.
in
Then
terms
you
of
guys,
trying to get to the bottom of all this shit.
So you guys head on over to the tavern, and it is a fairly large and pretty well lit building. I mean, most of the town is. This is a town built for Twilight clerics. Most things are dim light. Place does not stay very well lit. But this tavern
Obviously.
is like a glowing beacon in the darkness. And as soon as you open the door, the thing you notice is inside looks like everyone's having a good time. But you cannot hear anything inside the building from outside the doorframe.
What do we hear as soon as we
I
get
just had
inside?
Once you get inside, you are kind of shook by the sudden blast of sound.
My
of
character is
people
now in his
kinda-
happy place.
Yes. As it seems there's a magical barrier that
I
is
cast
keeping
thunder.
the sound in here.
Please
Finally, I can
don't.
be loud. Boom. And
Is
I
there
killed 12 patrons.
is there anyone performing right now?
There does not appear to be like a musical performance. Most people are just, having a good conversation as loud as they want. People are drinking, having a good time, stuff like that. Stuff you'd expect at a
I would
tavern.
like to perform real quick if I'm allowed.
There does appear to be a small stage, and at the very least, no one is paying attention enough to stop you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the stage and start performing my heart's out
All right,
with the violin.
All right, give me a performance check.
With advantage, 22.
All right. Yeah, the people are loving it. As soon as you start getting a feel for it, everyone's just like, "Yeah, music," because we're drunk and classical music is our jam.
Well, it's better than nothing. I mean, seriously, can you imagine living in a town where you only have to whisper just to avoid basically getting teared up and whatnot, and your only safe place that will literally shout and scream out your name at the top of your lungs is a literal tavern at the end of town?
Was he playing?
Playing a violin.
You can go pretty hard on those.
Yeah, I can go pretty hard.
Can. But I find it far funnier a bunch of drunks just like partying to classical music.
Well, he plays not only just classical music, he can go hard on a violin.
Yeah.
He has before.
Yes, but I am the DM. I am God. I get to decide what you play.
Wouldn't that be ultimately up to me?
So I'm gonna head over to the bar. I'm gonna head over to the bar.
Mm-hmm. All right, you
Yeah.
go up to the barkeep. There is a large, burly man. He is serving drinks to people. Or,
Hey, mate.
correction, not man. A large, burly, dark elf that is serving drinks to people. My bad. And he does make his way over to you,
Hey, mate.
Mr. Ingrid. Oh, what can I get for you?
Whatever's cheap.
Cheap's all we got. So, the reaches over and fills a mug with some cheap beer and slaps it on the table. Cup a piece.
Check. Hello. Check one over. Right, so what's the deal with this place?
We're gonna be more specific. The tavern's the place where everyone gets to relax and let loose. If that's what you
Fair
mean.
enough. What's got everyone so tight? Work, job, dark beasts.
Little of column A, B, and C. I mean, living in this town ain't the most safe place. I grew up down here. I've seen what the deep beast can do.
Fair enough. What's the main thing that's around this place? Like, is it mining, farming?
Well, right now the biggest job that everyone's getting the most money for is the farming. A lot of the food we grow down here is getting shipped up to the surface. They're trying to
What kind of
expand it
food?
out. To be quite honest, a lot of food I don't think we should be sending up there, but I suppose it's safe enough for the surface people.
What kind of food?
Mostly mushrooms, fungus, stuff. A lot of the deep plants that grow down here.
Doesn't sound so bad.
Most of it ain't, but if you don't got a close eye, it's easy to mistaken, the glowy mushroom for the one that makes you have more vigor for the glowy mushroom that stops your heart.
Ah,
Just saying that he's like off the.
What was that one, Crow?
Yes.
Look at the roll chat.
Approaches the bar, waits to ask if it has any internal-based booze. The The bartender looks at you. You're a scary looking one. Also, I don't know what an infernal is.
Damn,
Ignore
I'm
it. It only
sorry.
grows more. It only wants more
You
attention.
wouldn't happen to have any alcohol that's either spicy or demonic in nature? Or if that's not the case, what do you have on your menu, sir?
He gives you a really weird look. I mean, we've got the cheapest booze around. I'm sorry. Maybe my common's a bit rusty. What's demonic?
I mean,
Demonic. It's a
excuse me,
type
sir,
of booze.
but do you see how my skin color is vastly different from most of your patrons this evening?
Don't you see how vastly different my skin color is from most of my patrons?
Basically, I'm a tiefling, which means that I'm either pure or half-breed from a different plane of existence. So I was simply asking if you had anything that was very strong, and when I mean infernal, usually alcohol based on that is very strong and has a bit of a kick.
I don't think anyone really knows about other planes in Brews World.
Yeah, other planes is not a common thing outside of Golkiri. The concept of demonic and infernal does exist, but it's like demons are closer to myth outside of the forest. But down here, this guy, he's never heard the word before.
Which is hilarious because if he looks at me, I have horns underneath my hat and I have red skin.
Yeah, but no one
eyes.
knows to relate it to the word demonic if they don't know
And
the word.
he has black skin. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which is why I asked him because
say.
I thought he was related to who I was, but as I see his confusion, I'm gonna just
he also has
it.
no horns.
I'm gonna apologize, and when I realize that he doesn't understand me, I'll ask for his strongest alcoholic beverage and ask him the price.
Oh,
and I
you're just looking for strong stuff. I don't know. You look like newcomers. Not sure you can afford it. A whole gold piece for that.
You know what, sir? Because you have a wonderful energy about you, give me your strongest mug of alcohol, and I will not only meet that price, but you know what? I will give you a gold piece as a tip.
Please don't flaunt our wealth right now. You know, whatever.
I'm giving him one gold piece. Shut the fuck up.
D10 doesn't know. Yes, that's a lot down here. I guarantee it.
Fine. You know what? Let me look at my wallet. I'll ask him for his strongest, which he said was one gold piece, and I will give him one silver piece as a tip.
So you will give him a gold piece?
And a silver piece as a tip.
His eyebrows rise. Well, all right. He takes the money and
on the table. Can I get something that's not alcoholic?
What?
Listen, I treat people that treat me well.
Who let one of the beasties in?
Listen, get my friend here. Do you happen to have any either juice or your finest tap water? If so, please give that to my friend, as he doesn't really drink as much as the rest of us. My apologies, sir.
To remind you, we do live in the Dark Ages. Taps don't exist.
You would have a sink. Stop it. That's what I mean by tap.
No, they wouldn't. They would not have a sink.
They would.
Sinks did exist in the Dark Ages because kitchens existed in the Dark Ages. You would have a main water line that was either connected to a well or a spring. How do I know this? Because I'm a nerd.
Not everyone would, though. Not common people.
This is also...
You know what? I would ask him that to see if he could assist as I get my drink and give him his money and his tip.
See, water is fine. I'm just saying tap water sounds weird.
Excuse me. I realize that I should have worded it differently. I would just ask him for well water or spring water. My apologies.
Oh, yeah.
I realize that in the world of D&D, sinks didn't exist until 1150, 1200. My apologies.
Mm-hmm. The large dark elf still just kind of staring at Ahab. The beastie is your friend.
Yes, sir.
All right. Just don't let it
Thanks for calling me a
frighten
beast,
anything.
as I smile wide with a grin.
Yeah. Calling you a beast. Because you look like the beasties.
I'm going to say to the bartender that because he did not judge me by the color of my eyes or the color of my skin, I will politely ask him to not do the same of someone I consider a friend and smile at him as I take a sip of this delicious alcohol.
Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong, you look strange as much as I look strange to any of the other humans, but people don't have wings or teeth like that or look like beasties look like that. As he just as he points at Ahab.
He came up from above.
As he says that, I'm going to reveal that I happen to have a tail and horns underneath my top hat, just to show him that I understand where he's coming from, but I appreciate the fact that we're not all as different as he may think, and it's not as weird as he may think. So I thank him for his service, pass the beverage to Ahab, and continue to drink my mug.
Okay. So he does still serve you. Ahab, you get a mug that is some spring water.
And what up, JD?
JD did get his, cheap booze.
Yes.
Lorelei, you are given a shot glass of a thick, black, viscous fluid.
Delicious.
Roll me a Constitution save.
Oh, there it is. Jet fuel.
You said Constitution? Alright, bet. Let's do this.
Yes. It is at disadvantage, just so you know.
Constitution, so...
Constitution's, yep, you're drunk.
Fine by me. I was already drinking before this, and I'm drinking in real life, so hell yeah.
No, I mean, like, you're drunk, and you go like, wow, that's some really strong, and fall out of your chair past it.
I'm gonna give him a thumbs up and smile as I appreciate the fact that he served me something delicious and powerful.
On the floor.
Yep.
Okay. And Ahab is very delicious spring water. Very full of minerals and flavor.
And drinking piss.
Do what?
And JD drinking piss beer.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, pretty much.
The pissiest beer in existence.
It's cheap, I'll take it.
Yep. Alright, so JD, you wanted to look for the adventurers?
Sort of. I wanted to ask a few more questions.
Oh.
Yeah. What do you know about the dark beasts down here? Or deep beasts, whatever you call them?
Dark beasts, deep beasts, beasties. I grew up around those creatures, if you can call them that. But all sorts of monsters down here. If it can't see, it lives down here, that's for sure.
Fair enough. Yeah. Actually, at this point, I'll just take the pendant out of off around my neck. Just a bit of a random question. Has anybody else come in with one of these on them?
He kind of squints his eyes looking at it. Don't look familiar to me.
Fair enough.
Nah.
Oh wait, where are those adventurers?
Oh. Why are you looking for the adventurers?
Helping hand.
Hmm. Ironic. I'm guessing they're gonna need it. As he sort of points his thumb over his shoulder to a corner of the room. You know, most people are having a good time, but there are three men in the corner. One of them appears to be a Goliath with some bandages wrapped over his eye. Another appears to be a man missing his arm with bandages over his eyes. And another appears to be just an elven boy that is, he's seen better days. He's probably missing an ear. He's got a good chunk or two out of him, wrapped up in bandages as well. He's not missing any full body parts, though. He's still intact, at least.
Oh, following the record so far.
Yeah.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Beasties?
Are you walking up to them or talking to the bartenders?
Bartender.
Oh, yeah. They, that table, night before, there was 10 of them that went in. That's what came back.
Good to know. Get them a few beers as well, on me, would you?
I say, when I hear that, did they at least get good meat out of them?
What? Out
Okay,
of the
you and me are
beasties?
gonna have a chat later.
Oh,
the bar.
resourceful. If they die, they come back later after all, right?
No.
Okay. You're gonna stay away from that table, understood?
I just
Yeah.
put up both my thumbs.
Yeah, I think I'm
Alright.
him.
Yeah.
So, will you give him some coin to pay for another round of drinks for the Adventurers Guild?
Yeah, one for each.
All right. You hand him the 3 copper pieces. He's nice enough. He even gives you a little tray and sets the 3 mugs on it. Help yourself out.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, no, trying to at least look presentable somewhat.
Hmm?
Hey guys.
The other 2 are just kind of lost in thought, but the Goliath does kind of perk up and he looks over to you. Oh, hello there, good sir. What? You're new in town. What's your name?
Alex. Just Alex.
Ah, Alex. These days I will just have a random name generator or something. Just
No way
on.
he's pulling these names out of his ass or anything.
Do. Hey, name's Grog. What can I do for what do we owe the pleasure?
Oh, grog? I've brought grog.
Ah,
Pull,
you hear that,
put the
boys?
tray down and give him one to each.
You hear that, boys? This man was nice enough to buy us a drink. You ought to thank him. The 2 men kind of peer up, and one of them just kind of raises the mug to you. The other one just quietly is like, "Thanks, man." Don't mind them. They had a rough time.
I've heard. Sounds like you guys did this for a living, or do this for a living.
Oh, for the most part, it's decent pay. Trotting out the underdark here. It's just it's short-lived work, to say the least.
How bad is it?
Well, it varies. I've been doing it for about 3 months now. I've taken up the leader position since last leader is no longer with us.
I see.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
I'll tell you, I think I've been doing a much better job. The last leader that I surpassed, huh? He only stuck it out for 2 months before the beast got to him.
He lost. Ah. See. How well equipped are you guys?
Well, back at the camp we do have a bit of, we've got a decent stockpile of weapons, a few good bits of armor, but, it's hard to keep supplied when you have to leave the supplies on the bodies.
Right. Well, I know a few good bodies that might be able to help tomorrow. Just get a sense of the area more or less. When you guys are ready, I'd be willing to at least help if nothing else.
Well, if you're willing to put in the hard work and willing to risk your life to help future generations, the adventuring party will always accept new applicants.
I may not look it, but I've survived my fair share of death-defying experiences.
I have a map here, and I'll start drawing directly on the table with a knife. The map of the Underdark I have in my head.
As the Goliath kind of looks it over with his one good eye. Where is it you're drawing this?
Oh, between the main city, and Peltramo.
The main city, you
About half
mean
a day.
Proes up on the surface?
Yes.
No. Huh. He starts looking over the map. Now, hang on. Oh, no, I recognize this. Is this one of your friends? As he points at you, Ingrid.
Yeah, it is. Why?
Is he willing to go adventuring with us as well?
You're willing to experience death?
I'm assuming that
Don't worry,
they're
I'm
no
just
longer. I'm assuming that my performance is done. Do I see them over there?
If you want it. You would see the couple party members having a conversation with these beat up dudes.
Yeah, I'll head on over there and I'll be asking him, do any of you require healing?
Can you replace limbs?
I can't replace limbs, but I can patch them up a little bit better.
I think the question's already been answered.
I appreciate the offer of magic, but a good long rest will do us good enough.
Except
kinda
for your
excited.
missing limbs. That's gonna require something a little bit more potent than a long rest.
As you see, one of the young men starts crying.
What?
This is why
What did I say?
I do the
What did I say?
Anyways, you kid, it looks eerily similar to a map that was charted out, but it was never finished. If you saw a bigger part of this, would you be able to confirm it's the same place?
Oh, certainly. I have it absolutely memorized.
Perfect.
That someone does.
Perfect. You and any of
Give
your
him enough
friends.
information in a couple days, you can map out the entire thing.
Sounds like we absolutely need you on our side. If you and any of your friends are willing to join, we're charting out an expedition as of tomorrow. Don't have plans to leave just yet. Need more bodies. But if you're interested, I would be happy to show you around the camp.
I offer the entire team as tribute.
That sounds about right.
Excellent. As you see him stand up and stand a whole like foot taller than you, he just reaches out, he grabs your arm and starts like the full arm shaking. It's just like glad to have you on board, kid. We'll have a great time.
Jeez. Just let me look at some of your equipment. I might be able to help sort you out a bit. See what is useful and isn't useful.
We'll be happy to help.
Wonderful. Oh, and you gentlemen, you get yourself a good night's rest, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
As he looks over and pats the one guy on the shoulder that's still crying. Like, come on, Percy, it's all right. All right, it's just an arm. Okay.
What lies did you tell him?
Fucking brutal, mate.
Just let it out.
What lies did you tell him?
You're the one who brought up.
You're the one that made it fly, you cunt.
Yeah, because that's reality.
No.
As much as dark and disturbing as it is, that's reality
Oh
for you.
my god.
What the fuck up, right?
Okay, to clear this out, I'm going to state that as I see everyone starting to either walk up or walk out, I will pick up Lorelei by enlarging myself.
Awesome.
Wait, wouldn't that only make you a medium-sized creature then?
Yes.
Yes, that's the point.
Okay.
Yeah, because of the small size, he can't drag him. Now he can drag him.
I can float.
There we go. So, we shall go ahead and say all of you boys get a hearty long rest at your various houses. And that is where we will call it a night.
Yay!
God damn it, this is my fucking computer because of this stupid fucking public transport system.
That piece of shit public transport system.
Oh, you have no fucking idea.
I don't.
Fucking
I don't
3
have a public
hours
transportation
to what
system.
My car's
imagine
still in the
having
shop,
a public
so
transport system.
my car is still in the shop, so it's gonna be a while before I can get my car back.
All right, and since all you boys have been doing good, and quite frankly, I don't want to do math right this second. Everyone is got together enough experience tonight to reach level 6.
Woo!
Level 6?
Look into that later.
I'll have to look up the XP for that, but I'll put down that
should
we're level
be-
6.
All of you should have 14,000 experience points, and you're all level 6 now.
Even?
Yep, it is even. Well, no, you don't add 14,000. That is what you're currently at, is 14,000.
Okay.
XP?
Yeah, we're at 14,000 XP altogether. In other words,
We
we're
are
all
all
now level 6 threshold.
Congratulations, boys. It took long enough.
Hey, we're only 20
DMV got us
sessions.
enough to level up.
Hey, we're only 20 sessions in, and we've only gained 3 levels. I think that's a decent compromise.
What up, JD?
But yeah, we are also, level 6, so, decent amount of third level spells and all the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got third level spells. Very nice.
I've had third level spells for a while. I could just now learn
The
a new one.
perfect time for me to throw some stronger monsters at you as you guys explore the Underdark.
Yep.
Perfect time for a level up.
I'm excited for this quest line.
I mean, it's a long time coming.
Oh, you have no idea.
I mean, we've been faffing around for like, what, 20 sessions to just get here?
No.
I did. Oh, this is a side quest. This isn't even the main quest.
Yeah, I know. Because we're burning time for the main quest.
This is DLC, my boy.
Look, it'll help us in the end, alright?
Probably. Maybe. That is to be seen. Might just get the party killed. We'll find out when we get there.
I still need one more level up.
I know, Ahab's been a part of the game for 2 sessions now, and he's already leveled up. It was that spring water, man. It was full of lots of antioxidants and electrolytes.
See, I was choosing the healthier option. I win.
Anyways, I'm gonna head on off. I'm not gonna mess with my sheet tonight.
Oh, that's fair.
Good night, guys.
Yeah.
Good night.
Alright, and with that, we come to a close. What shall we find in our adventures farther deep below? Tune in next time to find out. If we are here next time, that's for sure. Anyways, until then, see y'all mates then.